huge databases, so he's trying to leverage that. And I won't steal anybody's secrets. If you want to talk about it, you can. If you want to keep it your secret, then I understand that. So 3 human beings have started prospecting, all 3 100% different prospecting systems. I mean, so we're all different. So I don't try to change people's.
I think what
content management.
Just for everybody's benefit, you know, I haven't had a mortgage broker. You know, I've been a captain paramedic for the fire department for 23 years. I'm retiring soon, so this is all new to me. But I believe you. It's a lot of numbers, and what's coming to the realization is it's absolutely true. Based on what Ben said, I literally sent 387 direct mails, and I've had like 60 people respond just watching the video. So the 600,000 emails that we're going to send out, the numbers. I mean, we're all going to get leads. It's just going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just,
Will you, as soon as I answer these 3-4 questions, will you come up quick and tell them about what you're doing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, where was it? So contact management system. Use whatever you use now. I really would. Brian was using something, and then he sold this product to financial planners over the past 2 years. And what was your closure rate? 13%?
I was closer to 15% of the ones that I actually got to talk to.
Okay, so I mean 15% of people we talk to, if we have a 15% closure rate, you get 15 clients for every 100 people you talk to. Kind of nice, right?
That seems like what it's panning out.
I think it will
pan out to be.
He used an Excel spreadsheet at one point. You just started.
That's all I've used.
Yeah, so an Excel spreadsheet. Some are going to use a contact management system. Some are going to use your iPhone. Nowadays, I just put all my appointments in my iPhone. It syncs up with Outlook, syncs up with my computer, my wife, my kids, my whatever, and I just put my stuff in there. I used to use ACT for 25 years as a stockbroker, and I owned a mortgage and real estate company. I used ACT religiously 365 days a year for like 25 years. I don't use it anymore. It's just we're in too fast of a world, in my opinion. So I just use Infusionsoft to do all those drips and automated stuff, and I don't worry about it. And then just all my appointments, I follow up. And you guys know I don't miss a beat. I answer all your texts, all your emails, all your stuff, and I just stay, you know.
So if you're entering your clients or potential clients in Infusionsoft, is there a way you can go back into Infusionsoft and see what all you've entered?
Yeah, that's what we're saying. I can get you admin, so you have your own username and password.
Oh, that's the end. I'm sorry, I must have been out.
Yeah, oh yeah, admin. So I have to pay $50 a month for every admin, and maybe I can buy a bundle from them and get a discount. They do little Rochambeaus like that. So yeah, you can get an admin, and you can go in, and you could use it as a contact management system, and you could put notes in there and do all that. If you want to do that, and you're gonna do it, I'll commit to it. I'll pay for you. It's a learning curve like that. I'll warn you.
That's all right.
It's not intuitive and user friendly, but there's a zillion videos and
it's a database.
yeah, you'll be able to figure it out. And I don't mean this to be mean. There's people in the room, and you know who you are, and you can raise your hand or not raise your hand. Infusionsoft would crush your mind, and I'm not going to look at anybody, Kevin. There are people in here that it would destroy them. I'm sorry, it would. So don't do that to yourself. Just put your schedule, whatever is good for you. So I don't know if that answers your question or not. People are going to use ACT, Goldmine.
No, it didn't. I have my own, but I was just going to ask and throw out there that one prospecting way I was looking at to keep track was like Google Sheets. It's something that you can share, but you know, entering that stuff slows me down a little bit, putting it into my CRM, because I was putting it into my own CRM because I didn't know we were supposed to start on this yet, so I was kind of getting it all ready, and then I wanted to shoot out the direct mails using what I had, so I wasn't sure how to do that system yet. Because I was wanting to do my drip before it got into them.
Okay.
Before I prospect put them in the Infusionsoft. So if someone had a great Google Sheets or, because I was thinking a lead tracker.
Yeah.
So the lead tracker is for like your top 1,000 or whatever targets, and then as you are getting them turned into warmer leads or prospects, then you put it into the Infusionsoft.
Good point.
So I'm trying to think of a better management way to keep track.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a thumbtack and it's a piece of paper. I'm not kidding.
I know.
Just write stuff down and pop it on the wall. People are interested in it.
Jim really did go answer the question just a second ago. That everybody does their own thing.
Yeah. That's my system.
Here's the fun part. I'm really, really techie savvy. I am. I'm cutting edge. I'm a Ginsu guy. I've never heard of Google, whatever you just said.
Google Sheets? It's like Gmail, Google, and you know those little checkerboard on the right. You click it, it's Google Docs.
I never heard of it, and I know.
Google Sheets.
Well, Google Docs is that what
Same
you call
thing,
it? Okay,
except
Google
Google
Docs.
Sheets is like the Excel, but it's on Google, and then it syncs to all your things. That way you don't have to be opening your computer for Excel.
If it works for you, great, use it. How I'm gonna work with you guys, so Denise sends me an email or a call or what have you and says, hey, we got Bill Thompson at 1 o'clock, here's some notes about it, great. In my iPhone, just in my old archaic notes, just the notes section, I have every one of your names, right? And right under it, I'm gonna put Bill Thompson, you know, or whatever the guy's name was, under Denise's name, so that I know that's her guy. Because when I get leads in, and they come flowing in and I'm dispersing them out to you guys, I'm not perfect, and I try to be, but and Brian could attest to you, or Tony could attest, every now and then leads are coming in, and 3 weeks later I'm on the fly and I'm just about to hop on a plane, and somebody's watching movie after movie after movie after movie, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm gonna get, pardon my French, I'm gonna get on this plane, I wanna get this lead to Tony. I blast it off to him, Tony, this guy or gal is watching everything. It's a slam dunk, it's a client on board. I send it to him, I get on the plane, turn my phone off, do my other little thing, I land, bing, 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 bing. Another sales exec had that prospect. And now Tony just closed it, and said person is wanting me dead, right? It happens. What I will do is make it up to you. Somebody steals a deal or something happens bad, I will pound you with leads and get you a deal to replace.
I wouldn't say steal it, Jeff. That's stealing.
No, you didn't steal, it wasn't your fault, it was this guy, right? I screwed up, I was hot and heavy, I was passionate, I was at, you know, bad things, bad decisions were made, right? And I sent it to you, and we went with it, and we did it, so I'll make it up to you, that's the other good news, right? So that we kind of cover all that. Use what database you want. Here's the other last part to that question. It takes, now that you know that Infusionsoft are going to be texting, emailing, mailing, snail mailing, faxing, whatever we can to bombard that prospect for you, and they're already yours, hopefully it kind of takes some stress off of your system, knowing you don't have to do all that, but you're going to want to follow up with them.
No, but I spent a lot of time inputting all that stuff into mine. So like I got all their phone numbers, I have all their webs, I got all their Facebooks and
Yep.
emails.
Yep.
So I was getting it all set up for the
Perfect.
LinkedIn push, the Facebook push, but if I may have wasted a lot of time with those contacts.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Any work you do, any magazines, any group books, I think it all pays off.
Yeah, I mean-
And yeah.
You're not gonna have this magazine that I've got.
Yeah.
That's how it
Well,
works, right?
Yeah.
There's 1.2 million if we just get the top 20% realtors out there. That's 30,000 for 40 salespeople each.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Are we gonna
How
step
long
on
would it
anybody's
take to
toes?
call all those people?
Oh, well, I just
don't
told
know,
you
but
12 hours to call.
I plan to be retired by the time that happens.
I mean, that's the other realistic. I mean, and guys, I was hustling. This wasn't like you make a call and get some coffee and make another. I mean, we're call. I mean, so 6 hours, 50 calls.
And Brian and I were talking about it last night. He said, I took Brett Tanner, who sells, 100, 150, $200 million worth of real estate, sells like 1,300 homes a year. He's got his real estate agents. He said it's all about the numbers. He's meticulous. He's psychotic. He really is about tracking his numbers. And his agents come in every morning, and they got to just shut up between 9 and noon. You're on the phone smiling and dialing. And so Brian said, Jim, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take Brett's advice, and I'm going to smile and dial from 9 to noon. It's when I'm going to catch people. And in the afternoon, they're busy, and they're showing people homes, and they're doing all that stuff. And they've got involved with their day, and everything's blown up on them. Their wife, their husband, their kid, their whatever's all going on, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I forgot what your numbers were. You said you're going to make, you wanted to contact 15 people, or?
Yeah, so what I learned with the financial advisors is they would be very interested, and I would be very excited to share with them information. They would ask question after question. Even Stephen would do this too when we get on the phone, because they're so hard to get a hold of to begin with that once you do, you really want to, tell them everything or whatever. The problem is, as soon as you hang up 45 minutes later, and you're going to call them 2 days later, they look at the caller ID and they see a 45-minute commitment.
Right.
So you don't want to do that. You're actually self-sabotaging yourself by doing that.
Very good.
So my goal then is to only to make no more than 5-minute calls. So in 1 hour for 3 hours, so 36 calls. I just want to get them to the website, serve them up a nice soft volleyball. If they want to bounce it around, bump set, spike, and come back to me, great. But if they don't look at anything, I got to move on. I've already served them the volleyball. I got to move on. And then, we were just talking. What happens is if you spend even half of your efforts chasing that 0.5%. So I closed about 15% that I got to talk to. 0.5% of those, so of the 15%, came in, you know, a week, 2 weeks, up to a month later. You either get them or you don't, pretty much. So don't worry about all your CRMs and taking detailed notes and really dripping on them and doing all these different things. They've basically told you no in the first day or two by how much they're going to go to the automated platform. And that said, we want to demonstrate to them the actual system. So let the system sell the system. We want to demonstrate that if they go to the system and they dig in and they do a few things, we follow up with them right away to show that, hey, this thing works. I noticed you watched this, and this. How can I help you? Let's go to the next level.
I
Let's
couldn't
get on
agree
the
with
gym.
Brian more because I have physically not talked to anybody, and I don't want to talk to anybody unless I know that they're so hot that I really don't. Because I'm a blockhead. I'm a blue collar guy. What do I have to say to somebody? You know, yeah, buy it. It's going to work for you. I hope you do.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's why I say-
I got this guy that's going to probably coach you on it.
That's why I say
Make
don't
some money.
don't over obsess about
Don't.
the
It's
details.
easy.
Again, I've got statistics. I had loan officers working for me, realtors working for me, 1,200 loan officers there. The guys and gals maybe weren't the smartest people in
Is
the branch.
everybody good
but
on
they just
social
stayed on.
media? Like
Yeah.
that's.
But I have a question on that aspect because I really want to know how am I going to track if they're watching? Like, how do I?
You'll know.
It
how
sends
do
you
I
an email.
know?
It comes right to you.
Sends you an email every time.
You'll get an email.
So
If
yeah.
I send them my first I want to send them that link you sent me, but how is that link going to link to me?
Great question. So we'll cover that real quick. I know there's still questions hanging out there. If you guys know that video link where they watch Brett's video is